Good morning. How are you for today? Today we are going to continue together Unit 6. So all of you open your student book. Student book, page 63.
With such a long and varied history of empire, power and ambition, it is not surprising that Istanbul has such a wealth of palaces, churches, mosques, towers and fortresses with which to dazzle any visitor. With such a long With such a long and varied history of empire, power and ambition, it is not surprising that Istanbul has such a wealth of palaces, churches, mosques, towers and fortresses with which to dazzle any visitor. The most well-known, the Topkapi Palace, the Hagia Sophia and the Sultan Ahmed Mosque are all close to each other in the old part of the city, so you can visit them all in a day.
Your homework. Student book, page 63. With such a long and varied history of empire, power and ambition, it is not surprising that Istanbul has such a wealth of palaces, churches, mosques, towers and fortresses with which to dazzle any visitor. Okay, so we are talking about Istanbul with such a long and varied history of empire. مع الهيستوري اللي عندها long and varied هاي adjective للhistory of empire. Power and ambition طموح. It is not surprising, هو مش إشي مفاجئ that Istanbul has such a wealth of palaces. في عندهم كمية من palaces القصور, churches كنائس, mosques, towers and fortresses with which to dazzle any visitor. dazzle يعني بتبهر any visitor. The most well known, إذا بلشت تذكر من أهم الأشياء أو أهم الأماكن. The most well known, the Topkapi Palace. إذا Palace Topkapi هو palace مشهور جدا في اسطنبول. The Hagia Sophia and Sultan Ahmed Mosque, هم هيك بقرأوها mosque, مسجد, are all close to each other, قريبين لبعض, in the old part of the city. إذا في old part اللي هو European ولا Asian. So you can visit them all in a day. Your homework.
History may be all around you in Istanbul, but one of the best things about the city today is its modern outlook. The average age of its population is 23, so it's a city of young people with ideas and aspirations. It has a new modern art museum and hosts an annual international film festival, music and opera festivals, ballet and theatre. During the long hot summer, the city's many cafes and restaurants are cool oases in which to meet and chat. They still buzz with life on winter days when one of Istanbul's frequent fogs descends or a heavy snowfall covers the streets. For anyone whose passion is shopping, Istiklal Avenue has everything you could want to buy and more. This 3-kilometre pedestrianised street is said to attract 1 million visitors a day, but I'm not fond of it. International brands are rather too prominent. My favourite place to shop and eat out is the Grand Bazaar. It's the oldest covered market in the world. To me, it's irresistible, like a giant Aladdin's cave, beautiful and full of treasures. That's not a bad way to describe the whole city. There's something wonderful round every corner. If you get the chance, go and see for yourself.
خلينا نمشي عن الأوتلوك. One of
History may be all around you in Istanbul, but one of the best things about the city today is its modern outlook. It has a new modern art museum and hosts an annual international film festival, music and opera festivals, and theatre. During the long hot summer, are cool oases in which to meet and chat. They still buzz with life on winter days, when one of Istanbul's frequent fogs descends, or a heavy snowfall covers the streets. For anyone whose passion is shopping, Istiklal Avenue has everything you could want to buy and more. This 3-kilometer pedestrianised street is said to attract a million visitors a day, but my favourite place to shop and eat out is the Grand Bazaar. It's the oldest covered market in the world. To me, it's irresistible. Giant Aladdin's cave, beautiful and full of treasures. That's not a bad way to describe the whole city. There's something wonderful round every corner. If you get the chance, go and see.
Okay. Now history may be all around you in Istanbul. إذا الهيستوري في كل مكان أنت بتشوفها. But one of the best thing about the city today it's its modern outlook. إذا الأوتلوك تاعها خلينا نمشي عن الأوتلوك. Modern. The average age إذا الage average of its population is 23. So it's a city of young people with ideas and inspiration. مع أفكار inspiration إلهام. It has a new modern art museum and hosts an annual سنوي international film festival. في عندهم فيلم فestival زي الجونة زي الأفلام المهرجانات الأفلام. Music and opera festival عندهم music و opera festival. إذا عندهم arts museum في عندهم مهرجانات art museum host an annual modern art museum and host an annual international film festival music and opera festival international film festival عندهم فستيفالات للفيلم music and opera festival موسيقى وأوبرا ballet and theater رقص الباليه والمسرح during the long hot summer the city's many cafes في الصيف the city's many cafes and restaurants are cool oases اللي هن الواحات in which to meet and chat. في عندهم واحات. They still buzz with life on winter days. إذا حتى في winter day it's still buzz يعني فيها زحمة وفيها ضجيج مزدحمة buzz with life on winter days when one of the Istanbul's frequent fogs descends or heavy snowfall covers the streets. لو في ثلجة الدنيا أو الضباب أو الغيمات حبت السماء فإنه إيش برضو بيطلعوا الناس. For anyone whose passion is shopping اللي بيحب الشوبينج استقلال Avenue has everything you could want to buy and more. Okay. إذا في الاستقلال مول في الأشياء اللي بدك إياها. This 3 kilometers pedestrianised street اللي هم ممر المشاة pedestrianised street is said to attract million visitors a day. But I'm not fond of it. مش مغرمة فيه. International brands are rather too permanent. إذا الانترناشونال اللي هي زارا والانترناشونال براندز الماركات العالمية. My favorite place to shop and eat out is the Grand Bazaar. إذا هي بتحب الجراند بازار. ليش؟ It is the oldest covered market. إذا هو oldest covered market. عندي superlative هون oldest covered market. إذا I'm describing this market that it's oldest and covered in the world. مش بس في العالم الشرقي، لا. To me it is irresistible. يعني هو لا يقاوم. Like a giant Aladdin cave. Like a giant Aladdin's cave. يعني زي كأنه كهف علاء الدين الكبير giant. Beautiful and full of treasures. إذا رائع و full of treasures. That's not a bad way to describe the whole city. There is something. Describe يعني توصف. There is something wonderful. Wonderful رائع around every corner. في كل زاوية. corner زاوية. If you get the chance. If طلعوا لي هون if إجت بأول الجملة إجا بعدها get the chance. Go and see for yourself. يعني إذا إجت عندنا ال if close at the beginning بده يكون بالنص في comma وبتكون من two clauses. الكلوز الأول بده يكون get. مثلا شو بده يكون get و go. تمام. get the chance. إذا صحت لك الفرصة go and see for yourself. اطلع وروح شوف بعينك إنه قديش رائعة. Your homework student book page 64 reading comprehension question number 1 and 2. Okay, that's for today. Okay teacher. مس
معك مس.
تمام. هلا معي عاصم ونتاليا وصفوان وعبد الغني، صح؟ صح؟ الو.
صح.
اللي مش موجود معي يحكي لي. مش انا مش معي
صح.
عشان احكي. اللي مش موجود معي عشان اعرف مين معي ومين مش موجود معي.
معك مس.
تمام. طلعوا. هلا احنا الواجب اللي علينا for today page 60. الكل يفتح لي عشان يعني اقرا لكم الاسئله عشان ما تحسوا حالكم انه كثير صعبه. تمام. Scan the text to find answers to these questions. What is the name of the narrow channel of water that separates the two parts of the city? في نهر شو اسمه؟ شو اسمه النهر؟ شو اسمه النهر؟
النهر. ايوه محطوط هي
عليه دائرة بالضبط. يلا انتوا شطارتكم. تمام. عاصم ناتاليا صفوان عبد الغني، إذا ما كانت الأجوبة عندي على الساعة 3 صدقوني راح أحرجكم على الجروب.
3 والله مس. خليها على 4.
لا 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 على 3. هلا ما بدي وقت.
مو بس انا بدي اطلع.
لا ما
وراي شغلات كثير.
لا معلش أجلهم. وين بدك تطلع بهالكورونا؟ ما تطلعش مكان. Which two seas are joined by this channel؟ في بحرين ربطوا ببعض بهاي القناة. Which square does the writer say is dangerous for pedestrians؟ What was the city's first name؟ شو كان اسمها الأولاني؟ Which Roman conquered the city؟ What was the city next name؟ شو كان اسمها الثاني؟ Who captured the city and made it capital of Ottoman Empire؟ Who established the Republic of Turkey in 1923؟ What is the name of the main shopping street in modern Istanbul؟ Where does the writer prefer to shop and eat out؟ وين بتحب أكثر إشي تاكل هي وتتسوق؟ حكت المكان. تمام. في سؤال مش مفهوم يا التاسع. حلو ما دام ما بتجاوبوا يعني مفهوم.
مفهوم.
Question 2. Read the phrases. اقرأ الphrases. Read the definitions. نقرأ definitions. بعدين complete the definitions with the words from the box. Match them to phrases. عندنا الفريز الأول side by side. Rush hour. For my liking. To take your life in your hands. Shop to shop until you drop. Next, taste, exhausted, morning, dangerous, buying, home, evening, work. تمام؟ نقرأ definitions. Add the time early in when people are traveling to, and the time in the when they are going again. To do something that could cause death. شو معناها؟ شو اللي معناها to do something that cause death? To spend a lot of time in the mall choosing and lots of things until you are to go on. D, to something else. E, for my. بدك تختار كلمة تحطهم بالبوكسز، بعدين بتختار كل A ولا B ولا C ولا D ولا E بتحطها next to the phrases. تمام؟ في حدا عنده سؤال؟
لا يا مس.
تمام.
لا.
معاكم للساعة 3 الكل يبعث لي الإجابات. عاصم الساعة لسه هلا 10:40 معك وقت. أوكي؟ عادي كلاتهم 5 سؤال.
اليوم علينا.
طيب.
على 3 يا عاصم. عبد الغني.
على
3. صفوان.
يا مس.
على 3. أوكي؟
تمام.
يلا that's for today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye.